Hi, my name's Brian. I'm a classmate or a student of yours, most likely. And um, just to let you know, to start out with, I'm incredibly phobic of public speaking. Therefore, I've decided to record this in my restroom, which is symbolic of my safe place. Um, Having said that, I have some ideas about the reading I've done thus far in the book A Million Little Pieces by James Frey. And this book is very interesting. It brings you along a journey of James, who's a terrible drug addict and alcoholic, um, who basically grew up that way. And, realistically, vividly brings you through his recovery. And I think that James Frey uses a lot of symbolism in the book. And to me, I think it's a little bit too much. And I think his overuse of symbolism makes the story a bit unrealistic. Um, so, I think there's two ways that happens. I think one is the weather always seems to reflect what's going on. If there's positive things going on, like, for example, James decides to stay in treatment, Leonard convinces him to stay. The sun comes out. Of course, the day he decides to leave, there's a terrible storm. Also, he's going to get his teeth fixed, and he'll have to face root canals and things without medication. Terrible storm when he's driving to the dentist. And when he gets to the dentist, well, lucky for him, he had one friend and a bit of comfort as a child, and that was the character Baber the elephant. And so he's just able to bring that book in with him to get his teeth fixed, which I think is interesting. But there's a lot of things like that in the that are vague, like the weather, and specific, like the book. Other examples are, I think, James symbolizes, the help that he's being offered, like AA, 12 steps, a belief in a higher power, God. I think that symbolizes answers to him, and he just doesn't have answers. You just know how he's going to recover, and I suppose he's afraid that if he puts his faith in these things, and in his mind, there's no answer for him. If they're the only things that are going to help him, and they're just not, he doesn't believe it. So I think they symbolize sort of a false hope that he doesn't want to give himself. Aside from that, the pivotal part of the story so far is when Leonard prevents him from leaving treatment and relapsing. And I think before that, the whole scene was just really bad. He was fighting with people in the treatment center, like Roy, and having to do cleanup duty in the restroom, being physically sick, having roommates that are a little bit interesting. And then when he decides to stay, he's reassigned to a room with the judge, and he, starts making friends, and Leonard helps him out. He starts physically getting better. He, gets a phone call from Lily, which is very exciting for him. And so I think those things are interesting too. Then there's a symbolic bird. He's sitting on a bench, and he's looking out over some water, I think. And he sees a bird perched, and he says that the bird is, looking at what it's seeking. So after that, he thinks about the girl in school that he was seeking so much and could never get. So the bird somehow connects to the story symbolically. Let's see. Oh, his room assignment with Miles.